Great. Welcome everybody to this webinar that you just saw a brief introduction about the program from ESSCA in Luxembourg. So we'll have presenters coming over to you from there, I believe, as well. So they'll be introduced shortly. My name is Luc Melling. I'm just the moderator for today. And you joined to hear more about the Master in Management, the Finance Specialization, and how that can shape your future as a financial leader in Europe. So how what that is all about, you'll hear in the next 45 minutes or so. Just a couple of things. You can interact with us in different ways. So you can, first of all, in the chat, you can tell us where you're logging in from. But if you have any questions, please do write them through the panel next to it called questions. Then we will be able to take them and make sure we don't miss them, and we'll answer them at the end. Also, I'll be opening up a couple of poll questions. I'll just start with one already to what is the most important to you in selecting a university program. Now, and last but not least, there's a little interactive button as well at the bottom where you can click on React. And if you hear something you like, or just to make it a little bit more fun, you can click indeed on that button. Great. Well, without further ado, let's go over to ESSCA, and we are starting with Gavin. He will introduce himself and the fellow presenters. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Luc. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to ESSCA. My name is Gavin Brown. I'm head of international recruitment here at ESSCA. I'm based in Angers, France. Today with me, I have the director of the campus in Luxembourg, Antoine. I have two students with us as well, Quentin and Joanne, that are going to present their findings with you. So first, I will give you a general outlook, a general overview of ESSCA. Then we will focus specifically on ESSCA Luxembourg, the ESSCA Luxembourg campus, and the MIM, the Master in Management on the ESSCA campus. Then I will focus on the program presentation, which will be presented by Antoine, the director of the campus. And we'll have time at the end for any of your questions that we'll be very happy to answer. So we're very grateful and thankful for two students that have kindly accepted to participate today. They're going to start exceptionally at the beginning of the presentation. Why? Because they're going to do an exam just after this, so we will wish them all the best of luck in their exam, and thank them very much for presenting. They're going to present who they are and why this program and why ESSCA Luxembourg. So Quentin and Joanne, thank you very much for being with us today. I will hand it over to you.
So thank you, Gavin. So yes, for introducing a bit ourselves. So my name is Quentin, and I'm a student in fourth year at ESSCA Luxembourg, and I was previously at ESSCA Budapest and ESSCA Strasbourg. And
so my name is Johan, and now I'm in ESSCA Luxembourg, but before I was in ESSCA Strasbourg, and I live in Colmar in Alsace.
And so today we are here to present you a bit about what we did to choose to go to ESSCA Luxembourg, why Luxembourg, and why the MIM in Luxembourg. So for me, first of all, I would like to tell you why I chose to come here in Luxembourg. So for me, Luxembourg is an incredible place for work in finance because it is, first of all, in the center in Europe. It's a leading investment fund hub, also in terms of private banking, etc. So yes, for me it was an important choice to come here, and also as it is a small country, it is more easy to build relationship and network with the other professionals. I don't know, you want to,
Yeah, for me it's pretty the same. I think Luxembourg has a strong reputation in business and finance. It's in Europe a major financial center, and for me, it's important to have good internship to have a good job after. So Luxembourg have many internships and job opportunities in finance. And yes, like Ante said, it's a good place to build a global network.
And so now why we did to choose the MIM in finance and especially investment funds and asset management here in Luxembourg. So first, it is a highly specialized masters. So it is not like global things that you are learning finance from a different perspective. It's this for the fourth year, but for the fifth year, it is more focused on investment fund, financial market, etc. So I think that's what drives us to continue.
Yes, and for to gain more professional experience too, and have a good CV. For many reasons, we chose Luxembourg, and many reasons near to finance, I think.
Yes, and that's also huge opportunities here because in this master you will have the opportunity to do practical application because at the end of the program you have the internship of 6 months, and as you can imagine here in Luxembourg there are many opportunities to do an internship even in private banking, in investment fund. So in audit, everything that you think about finance is possible here in Luxembourg. And yes, so that's it for the MIM in finance. And maybe we can speak about the campus in Luxembourg.
Yeah, if you want. So, but the campus, we changed our campus the first and the second semester. So now we are on the new campus in the Chambre des Métiers. In Luxembourg, so it's a nice place to work and to.
And we are at the center of the business district of Luxembourg, which is called the Kirchberg. And yes, the Luxembourg campus is small, and that's what I like here because we are really yes connected with the professor. Even if we have an issue, we can send an email or come to them and speak with them at the end of the class. And I think it is less possible in the huge classes of 50 people, I think. So I think it's a good balance to come here.
And to improve your skill with the professor.
Yeah.
We have good professor, and yeah, it's very good, very good.
So I don't know if you have
Yes.
a question. Do not hesitate to ask us.
Does anybody have any questions? Maybe I can ask you a question. So you said that you studied in different campuses of ESSCA, Budapest and Strasbourg, and then you're currently in Luxembourg, and you decided to stay in Luxembourg for your second and final year of your master's. What pushed you to make this decision? Why did you decide?
But for me, particularly is to gain more professional experience in finance, because I think Luxembourg is a very good place in finance, and to find a good internship, and I think I can take advantages of Luxembourg job market with salaries, of course, and the protection of work and many things links to work is very good. Yeah, very good in Luxembourg, and yeah.
And I think for me and for you also, we would like to stay work here after finishing the master degree. So it's already a good opportunity to be there before working and start creating a network. And yes, I think it may be more easy to find opportunities after if you're already here.
Okay, so it's good to spend 2 academic years for your master's in Luxembourg. Very good.
Yeah, I think.
Thank you very much. So full-time paid internship. So there was one question about it. Is that a full-time paid internship? So have you had an internship yet already in your master's? Was it paid or not?
In Luxembourg, or
Oh.
Yes, in Luxembourg.
Not yet for me.
Not yet. You'll have an
yes.
internship when? Next year?
Actually, we are at the end of our fourth year, so we can do a summer internship. For my side, I do an internship in family office, and Johan will work as a sale.
Yeah,
in a
but
company.
yes, but not an internship.
Not an internship. And next year we will have the 6 month internship. And so, yes, for answer the question, it will be yes full-time internship, and the salaries for internship are around 2,000, 2,500 euros, I think.
Per month.
Maybe the rest can correct me. But
Yes, that's so true. Thank you very much for your time. Just before you go, does anybody listening have one question for our two students? As we'll have to let them go so they can go and take their exam. Does anybody
Yes,
have
so
any
there was a
questions?
question actually from Nelson. Maybe they can briefly comment on that. Is there a language barrier, or is English widely accepted?
it depends, but yes, English is the most used language, and after it depends. For example, if you would like to work in Deutsche Bank, they will ask you to speak German. If you would like to work in Luxembourgish banks, you will have also to speak Luxembourgish. But yes, the major language is English, and with English you can work everywhere, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And as I said already, best of luck in your exam. I'm sure you will be
Thank you
great.
very
much.
Thank you.
So that was great having our two students. So now let me just present ESSCA School of Management. So ESSCA School of Management was created nearly 120 years ago in a city called Angers in France. And then today, ESSCA has grown to 10 campuses, 6 campuses in France and 4 campuses internationally. We have a campus in Shanghai, Luxembourg that we're going to talk about, in Malaga, and in Budapest. Today, the total student cohort would be nearly 8,000 students. About 7,800 students are here. And as you can see, I said nearly 120 years old. We're actually 117 years old. And in the next 3 years, we'll celebrate our 120th anniversary. We have about 22,800 alum. The alumni network is very important here at ESSCA. As you will see in another slide, I will explain in more detail. We have over 1,000 corporate partners, so we work a lot, as the students already said. They will do internships throughout their studies. So we have very strong links with companies. Companies come to ESSCA looking for highly qualified and motivated students for internships, but also before they graduate to start working with them. We talk as well about university partnerships, so not just corporate partnerships, but university partnerships. Our students have the opportunity, depending on different programs that they will do at ESSCA, to take a semester of study, not just in another ESSCA campus, but also in another university partner around the world. So students can go to Berkeley, for example, or they can go to University of Melbourne in Australia. So they have different possibilities, or they can stay in a university partner in Europe if they wish. We have 461. I'm growing the campus already. 461 academic staff here at ESSCA. So as I already said, we have 10 campuses total. In France, we say that no student is less than 3 hours away from one of the campuses, as we have Paris, Angers, Bordeaux, Lyon, Strasbourg, and Aix-en-Provence. I would call these city-style campuses. Why city-style campuses? Because most of the campuses are either in the city or very close to the limits of the city. They give our students a great city-style experience. Plus, as I said, we have 9 European campuses and 1 in Asia, so it gives them a very European experience as well. What I talk about, so we're an elite school. We're in the top 1% of business schools around the world. What will I talk about? We talk about triple accreditation, or a triple crown school, meaning business schools search to obtain the highest accreditations, and ESSCA has obtained all 3 of them that exist: AACSB, AMBA, and EQUIS. And one of the ultimate is to have these for the maximum duration. So we have them all for the maximum duration of 5 years. So they're renewed every 5 years. Also, what we're looking today, we're going to focus on the MIM, the Master in Management, your finance career, and your finance career in Luxembourg. So as our students said, it's very competitive salaries. There's a high demand for interns, especially in the areas that our students will focus on. It's a dynamic intercultural environment. So lots of intercultures, lots of international banking and financial institutions there. And as you know, a lot of you have already heard of Luxembourg for finance and finance specializations. So as you can see, the three top business school accreditations around the world, ASCSB, OMBA, and EQUIS. As I said, we have all of them, and we have them for the maximum duration, which is 5 years. In France, so as I said, we're a French establishment that has grown to 10 campuses. So one label that you will notice first is Grande École. Grande École means we're part of an elite grouping of French business, engineering, and art schools in France. Only the top schools can obtain this label. What is very interesting is the second label. So many of you outside France would not have heard of it. It's ISPIG. ISPIG, what does this mean? It means it's a non-profit. It's a special recognition by the minister, meaning we're a non-profit higher education establishment. So non-profit. So what it means is we don't talk about profits. We talk about reinvesting in research, reinvesting in our students, growing our campuses. That's what's very important to us. This special status given by the minister to a very limited number of schools in France that are called ISPIG, meaning non-profit. As I said, we're a French school, so of course, one of the top rankings in France is Le Parisien étudiant, so we're considered first. We're also on the Financial Times, we're considered 68th in the Financial Times rankings. As I said, the alumni network. The alumni network is very important at ESSCA. We do things a little differently at ESSCA. What do we do? So a lot of students, they register for alumni networks when they graduate. What we do is students are registered for the alumni network when they join ESSCA. This is something very different and enables students to have access to the alumni network from day one when they're new students at ESSCA. This helps them build their network, but it also helps them have access to a number of different job and internship offers. And we have a number of our different alumni that come regularly to speak to our students. So this is something very important and something that I consider we do differently than a lot of schools where they're registered to the alumni network when they start ESSCA. As I said, 3,000 corporate partnerships. What we have is a career center. The career center is there to help students a lot along the way, having the best CV, the best motivation letter, but also coaching to help some students for interviews to coach them. What also is very important that you will see in the last line is you may have noticed we have nearly 8,000 students, but we have almost 10,000 job offers each year and internship offers. So between internship and job offers, it's very easy once our students put in the work, it's very easy for them to find a high quality internship. Of course, it's their job to get through the interview, but we have a lot of companies coming to ESSCA searching for the high quality students that they have received in the past. So let me explain the French system or the European system. In Europe, we talk about a 3-year undergraduate degree, so 3 years for a bachelor's degree and 2 years for a master's degree. So like a lot of higher education establishments, we welcome students once they finished high school and have graduated high school with their high school diploma. They can enter ESSCA and do a 3-year bachelor's degree, and they can stay in ESSCA if they wish to do a master's degree, a master in management with different specializations. As I said today, we'll talk about the specialization offered on the Luxembourg campus. Students can also join what we call an integrated undergraduate and graduate degree. It's called the Grande École program, the master in management. They will start in year 1 and finish in year 5 with a master's degree. Students also can obtain or enter the school after doing other degrees elsewhere. They can do MSc programs, so MSc programs over a 2-year duration or a 1-year duration. When I talk about 2 years and 1 year, I talk about an academic year. So an academic year is never 12 months. So a 2-year academic degree or a 1-year academic degree. As I stated, we have lots of university partners all around the world. We also have our campuses in different countries. As I said, Luxembourg, Budapest, Malaga, and Shanghai in China. We have a number of different partners around the world that students may do a semester of study, but they can also do what we call a double diplôme, get our degree, but also get the partner's degree as well, depending on the program they select. So to give you an idea of some different double diplomas that we offer, so double or triple degrees. So students can do different degrees with some French partners, with ESA, with École des Ponts, or with Centrale Supélec. They can also do a vocational Master of Science, so they can do within ESSCA, they can do their ESSCA degree and also register for an MSc as well. Graduate with their Masters in Management with their specialization, and also have an MSc in one of the areas offered to our students. Our students also have the opportunity to do international double degrees. They can go to HEC in Montreal, they can go to Fudan in China, or they can go to the United States as well. So ESSCA and ESSCA Luxembourg. So I'm going to hand this over to the director of the campus, and he's going to explain ESSCA Luxembourg, the Master in Management, and then he will continue on to explain the Master in Management and the specialization on the Luxembourg campus.
Thank you, Gavin. This is excellent. I mean, fantastic job. My name is Antoine Reich, and I am actually the director of the campus here in Luxembourg. I've been in higher education for a little bit more than 20 years. And I'm an experienced professional in Europe and in the US as well. Gavin, would you mind then changing the slide? Because I don't know if I can do it myself. Yeah, perfect. So look, before we get into the details of where we are, what we do and everything, I think for you, it's very important to understand the philosophy of the school. The philosophy of the school is your success is the success of the school. The success of the school is your success. That means that everything, academics, relationship that we establish with companies, this is done because we have the goal of giving you the tools for you to have a successful career. So indeed, we are located in the Chambre des Métiers. So it's pretty much like a Chambre de Commerce, the equivalent. And we are in the heart of the financial district and the European district of Luxembourg. The opportunities that you have is that you are in a very dynamic environment. I give you an example. Some weeks ago, we had in the building a meeting with 200 entrepreneurs gathering for the Entrepreneurs Day. The Minister of Finance was there. The Prime Minister was there. The Minister of Economics was there. So this environment gives you also the tools, as the students say, to network. And this is very important. You will be entering into a master's degree. The first year will be on academics. The second year will be your specialization and a 6-month paid internship. So you are at the final stage of your journey here. And this is why these little details of placing the campus within such a dynamic environment is very important. It is very easy to reach. We have a hub of transport nearby with tramway, bus, bikes. And by the way, everything is free in terms of transportation here in Luxembourg. There is a mall across the street if you want to relax, have lunch. There is also a swimming pool and a library. Library is also free of charge. In the next slide, you can see some pictures of the facilities that we have. So we have nice classrooms. We have also a terrace. We have spaces when you can actually relax. On the next slide, I think we also put some, that was it about the facilities. Now let's go into the Master in Management itself. As you understood, 2 years. Master 1, you will start with the first semester called Advanced Management Skills, Leadership, Strategy, CSR. The second year, you will enter in the second year. The second semester, you will enter the pre-specializations. So we'll start by taking courses in corporate finance and other financial courses. The second year, first semester will be the specialization. The specialization is actually investment funds and asset management. As you can see in the next slide, this is where we have investment funds and asset management. So this is a specialization designed not only for Luxembourg, but that you can actually use everywhere in every financial places. The good thing about Luxembourg is the reputation of Luxembourg in finance. So if you start with an internship in Luxembourg, you can either stay in Luxembourg, 1, 2, 5, your full working experience in Luxembourg, or you can travel, go to Switzerland, go to the US, go to the UK. If you're coming out of a master's degree done in Luxembourg with an internship in Luxembourg and first years of experience in Luxembourg, this will give you a very high and very exclusive profile in finance. You have also other specialization, but this is not in Luxembourg, but we place them here so you have a full view on that. This is management, strategy, and marketing. But if we come back to the specialization in finance, in the next slide, you have actually what is the elements that compose this specialization. So you will know about compliance. You will know also about audit. Just an example, PwC and all the big fours, they're hiring about 350 employees per year. PwC is about 4,000 employees. Deloitte, EY, KPMG is about the same, between 3,500 and 4,000 employees. PwC is an official partner of ESSCA in Luxembourg, and we have very good contact with this company. Same for banking. You will study economics, regulation frameworks, Basel, the Luxembourg gap, the financial markets as well, private equity, the funds industry. This is the largest fund investment place in Europe in terms of the amount which is under management here in Luxembourg, and the largest in the world. So if you want to work in finance, Luxembourg is a very great place to experience. And the design of this master's degree is extremely well done. Again, at the end of the second year, you have the opportunity to complete an internship. The way that we actually find this internship is we will not just give you the opportunity to do an internship. It's actually a combination of what are you looking for, what company are you looking for, we discuss, and with the network that ESSCA has, then we build bridges. And this is very important. An example, already 4 visits, company visits, are scheduled in October, November, and December 2026 for Master 1 and Master 2. UBS, the largest private bank in the world, EIB, the European Investment Bank, Société Générale, Crédit Agricole Indo-Suez, and these are the visits already aligned. And again, it's not just a visit to visit the facilities. It's actually for you to meet private bankers, HR, and think about the win-win situation. Companies are looking for interns. Interns are looking for internship. And this is actually how we build this. I think on the next slide, you have some examples of what can you expect or target in terms of career opportunities. So in Luxembourg, risk officer, fund manager, compliance officer, financial auditor, private wealth, regulatory analyst. So these are the types of opportunities, jobs that you can reach in Luxembourg. Luxembourg is a tiny country, but with numerous opportunities. Again, the campus is in the center of the financial district, but you also have not only financial institution. For example, you have the European headquarters of Amazon, 4,800 employees. Amazon, they have the financial department here. It's across the campus. You have BNP, you have ESM, the European Stability Mechanism. So all these opportunities are reachable in Luxembourg. What else do we have in terms of slides? I think that's pretty much, yeah, I mean, thanks, Gavin. So this is the alumni. Gavin actually mentioned already the strength of an alumni association. Even though the campus was established in 2023, we have more than 200 alumni members here in Luxembourg. We have partners from the Big Four, CFO of different institutions, member of executive committees, and business leaders from ING, Amazon, Schweppes, ArcelorMittal, and UBS, just to name a few. So this alumni community is very important, is very supportive, and they are here to support, and they are here to help because they are ambassadors, as you will be ambassadors in the future when you will actually graduate from our master's degree. I think I will stop from here and perhaps leave you think about all this and ask you your question, because the Q&A part is always very interesting. Thank you.
Thank you, Antoine. Thank you very much. So I will take over and I will explain to everybody the admission requirements. So the admission requirements to the Masters in Management on the Luxembourg campus, or the Master in Management at ESSCA in general, is for everybody that should have completed successfully a 3-year undergraduate degree. In Europe, we talk about credits, and we talk about ECTS credits, which just means European Credit Transfer System. So we talk about the equivalent of 180 ECTS credits. We understand that around the world there's different credits given, but it's the equivalent of 180 credits, meaning that you have successfully completed a 3-year undergraduate degree. We understand that students will apply while they're in their last year of completing. You will get then, if you're successfully admitted, you will get a conditional offer, not a provisional, sorry, a conditional offer. As this master's is taught in English, anybody that is not a native English speaker, we ask them to have proof of English proficiency to at least a B2 minimum level. We accept all the different international language tests like Cambridge, TOEFL, IELTS, etc. So you can see the entire list of different exams that we accept at ESSCA. The application process, so I consider, but maybe it's true or not, I consider the international application process very simple for international students. Why? Because everything is online. You apply online and you will do your interview via a Teams or a Zoom call. So everything is online. You will apply, you will complete the application form, you will upload all the documents that we require, your academic transcripts, your CV, all your personal details, etc. Our international admissions team will evaluate your application. If it's successful, it will go to the next stage. The next stage is the interview stage. You will select an interview date. Once you successfully pass the interview, if it's successful, you will receive confirmation from the admissions team saying you were successful, and then the next process takes shape. Our application process termines for every academic year at the end of June each year. So if you want to start next September, if you want to start in September 2026, our application date ends on June 30th. So we end on June 30th for a September start. We have each year what we call the early bird policy, meaning if your applications are sent in by a certain date, you can obtain a 15% discount on your tuition fees. Our early bird discount, our early bird offer policy ends on April 30th. So April 30th, so today we're the 14th. So by the end of the month, anybody thinking of joining and would wish to avail of the early bird policy can start your application before April 30th. Doesn't mean that you have to have all the documents by April 30th. You just need to have started your application. The tuition fees for the next academic year are 15,300. So we gave the academic year for 2026, 2027. I know that maybe some people are looking for a 27 start. Also, this webinar will be on replay as well. So anybody watching or listening to this afterwards, it's usually the same dates every year, the end of June for applications closing, and around March, April time for the early bird offer. For all tuition fees, we update our website regularly. So I would like to thank you all very much for listening. Thank you to the director of the campus, and thank you to the students for participating. Now the floor is open to you for any questions that you may have. I left my email address at the end of the slides. It's gavin.brown@essca.fr. If anybody doesn't wants more details, you can email me. But thank you very much for listening to us.
Great. Yes, thank you, all of you already. And indeed, now we go to the questions. So just to emphasize, please write the questions in the panel called questions, just to make sure that we don't miss out on them or in the thread that we lose track. So we'll go over to those questions. Nelson's question, first one was answered. The second question is about the scholarship. And can you say something about this?
Yes, so we have an academic scholarship. So I should have mentioned that when I spoke. We have an academic scholarship that goes up to 30% for the first academic year that you enter. So if you're entering a master's program, so a master's program with us is a 2-year program, so you can obtain up to 30% scholarship depending on your academic level at ESSCA during the interview. But ESSCA offers a 30% scholarship, an academic scholarship.
Okay, thank you. We go to the next question, and let me check that. So we had the question from Anthony. Do you help with visa processing?
So we have an online portal that helps with visas. We actually have a person in-house that will help you as well with any questions that you may have. As you know, we try and help with different visas in France and the different campuses all around the world. So we'll have somebody in France that will specialize in visa applications.
Okay, so I just saw flying in the link on the screen. If you click on the link, that will actually take you to the portal. So that's the application portal from ESSCA. So there you can see the master and browse through the options there. So go ahead. And if you open that, you can do that at your own pace after the webinar as well. So let's see, next question from Tonka, asking, first of all, is the institution public or private? And also, does it offer a campus environment, or are there more dispersed facilities across the city?
So to answer your question, we're a private but non-profit. So we're a private institution, so we ask for tuition fees. So we're a private institution, but we're a non-profit institution. So we don't make profits. We're a non-profit. That's why I mentioned in my presentation, we have a special label by the minister called ESSCA in France. So we're a non-profit organization. So everything is covered by tuition fees for the school. So we're a non-profit organization. And sorry, what was the second part of the question? Oh yeah, the campus facilities. So we have different size campuses all around France and internationally. So as I said, established in France, in Angers, 120 years ago. So of course, the biggest in terms of size would be the Angers campus and Paris campus. as the Luxembourg campus only opened 2-3 years ago, it's a growing campus, so it's only new. So it'll be smaller in size, but as it's in the Chambre de Métier, it is in a big building. It is in a big building in Luxembourg. So we have all different sizes. Our idea is to have students on different campuses with access to lots of facilities. What's very important to our students as well that I haven't mentioned in the presentation is not just academic life, but also outside the classroom life as well. Our student associations, clubs, sports clubs are very important to our students. And outside class activities are very important for ESSCA as well.
Yeah, I will add something, if you allow me, in terms of the campus size. You, as you understood, we are inside a chamber, and we have specific classrooms in the chamber. The environment is very dynamic, and the surrounding environment is also very dynamic. I think this is a very good combination for now if you're looking for a great place to study, very modern, very clean, and surrounded by companies. It is actually a great place to study and feel the business environment.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Let's see, we go to the next question. Let me check. That was from Muhammad, actually, is asking a question. Are your programs and curriculum flexible enough to be aligned with the industry needs? For example, for enabling founders to build startup components through the academic projects when using developing a green share startup, as you can see in the questions. Can you comment on this?
Yes, I can comment, and maybe Antoine can comment as well.
Yeah.
So we actually have an incubator in our school. So we have an incubator that encourages the entrepreneurial spirit within our students, but also help them along and coach young entrepreneurs. Our students take part in entrepreneurial competitions as well. So that's a very important focus for our school, but it's also for our academics, and I call them, mentors and coaches. So that's very important to have this entrepreneurial spirit and coach along. But yes, it is possible. Maybe Antoine can add some more if he wishes.
Yes, and I think this is a very interesting question that you have, Mohamed, saying about the entrepreneurial and the startup industry. Here in Luxembourg, if you're interested, I would invite you to visit the website of the House of Startups in Luxembourg. And we visit them twice a year. We have good contact with them. They are in favor of, moving things in terms of the startup sector. And I guess if you are interested, then this is a typical question or direction that we can discuss together and say, okay, is there potentially an internship at the House of Startups? And this is exactly how we do. We don't have, 50 students per cohort. That means that you will be between like 15 and 20 students. So you will have the opportunity to discuss with me, with the staff here, and identify opportunities. Green Share, we have, for instance, a summer school, and we have the partnership of the Luxembourg Green Exchange. If you are interested into that part as well, maybe you can visit the Luxembourg Stock Exchange website, and in particular the Luxembourg Green Exchange. And there again, we have contact.
Great, thank you. Hope that answers your question, Mohamed, and otherwise let us know. One question about the scholarship was still coming in, actually, from Anthony. How to apply for the scholarship?
So the scholarship is very easy to apply for. You will actually, as I said, it's very simple, our application process. It's actually on the online application. You tick a box saying you're interested in applying for the scholarship. You're interested for your application to be considered for an academic scholarship. So once you apply online, there's a part of the online form that you fill in. So you'll fill in a part of the online form saying, yes, please put forward my application for a scholarship.
Okay, great. I see a thumbs up, so I guess that's answering the question.
Understood.
Yes. Thank you. Tonka had a question, and to what extent do you help with practical experience, such as the internship or the project-based work?
So there'll be project-based work, but there'll be actually internships as well. So very important as well. Maybe Antoine wants to go into more detail, but what's very important for our students is the academic side plus the internship side, plus the number of seminars and conferences that they will attend as well. That's very important. What's important and what we noticed with our students, our recent graduates, is we have a very high percentage of job insertion rates. So students after graduating entering the job market, which is very high. And one of the reasons why it's so high is because of the quality of internships and the quality of mentoring from our academics. Just more specifically on the Luxembourg campus, this is my personal opinion, the advantage, one of the added values to the Luxembourg campus today as well, an extra added value, is because it's a new campus. So the class sizes are still small. So as class sizes are still small, it's very, very good for you to have such a strong contact with the academics, and they will help you move forward with your products and your internships research as well.
Exact. And I can add that every single week I receive internship offers. Even this morning I received one, actually two. And these are distributed here in Luxembourg and within the ESSCA network. Don't forget something. Luxembourg is composed of, in Luxembourg City, by 76% of non-Luxembourgers. 76. In the country, it's about 50%. So languages barrier doesn't exist. I mean, if you speak English, then you will be totally fine. The second thing that you should understand is companies are looking for talents. We are a provider of talents. As you understood from the presentation, we are a triple accredited institution. So with top accreditation, we're part of the top 1% of best business schools in the world. And this has a huge impact. If companies are looking for interns, they want to have the best interns. So we have the chance, I think it's not the chance, it's based on the work of all the ESSCA staff, is to have all this accreditation, EQUIS, AMBA, and AACSB. You will benefit from these accreditations. And believe me, the HR who are looking for interns and employees, they know that the quality is there. So our work will be to offer you excellent academic journey to you with excellent professors. And on top, we build bridges between the academics and jobs / internships.
Okay, great. Thank you very much as well for that addition. And I think those were the questions we've received so far. I'm just checking the chats quickly. I think that what was given there was already answered, just to make sure. And we have a last minute still for any questions you may have. Actually, there's a question from Hamid Drissa about the campus. So if there's a campus in the UK.
No, for
But
the
that was
moment, we
answered,
don't have a
yeah.
campus in the UK. No,
Right.
there's no campus in the UK. There's 6 campuses in France. So as I said, we're a French school, 6 campuses in France and 4 outside France, Luxembourg, Budapest, Shanghai, and Malaga. So the 2 most recent campuses that we created outside France was Malaga and Luxembourg.
And something that you should know about the recent openings of these campuses. ESSCA has the expertise and the experience to open campuses. This is the 10th one in Luxembourg and Malaga. So the degrees are not brand new degrees. The degrees are based on the degrees that are offered in France. Very important as well, because the degrees are also recognized. in Spain and in Luxembourg. So you benefit from the same expertise and experience from all the campuses in France, for instance.
Yes, so just to add on exactly, Antoine, so you're getting the experience from 117, I keep saying 120 because we will celebrate our 120th anniversary in 3 years, 117-year-old school. So we have had a lot of experience. We still have loads of experience. We have all the top accreditations. So it's a French establishment that opened campuses outside. So you're getting the highly recognized French degree, whatever campus you're on. And for us to, we deliver the same degree to all students on all campuses. So it's a French degree that you're getting on all campuses with nearly 120 years of academic experience.
Join me also on LinkedIn if you want to know more about the activities that we are organizing on the Luxembourg campus, and I would be happy to accept your invitation on LinkedIn for the ones interested. I think LinkedIn is a great tool to know about the activities of a school, but also about the network of the school. If you type, for instance, ESSCA Luxembourg, then you will see what is the career of an alumni, and this is very important. So I'm happy to connect. If you're interested, you have my contact details in this. Well, you see my name there.
Just one more thing about ESSCA Luxembourg that I wanted to say. So for people listening now, maybe not for people listening in the future, but people listening now that are not far from the ESSCA campus in Luxembourg, next Saturday, April 18th on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., we will have an open day on the campus. You can find the link to the open day on our webpage, but you're all more than welcome to attend the open day. The open day, we will all be there. I will travel from Angers to Luxembourg to welcome anybody on the open day next Saturday. So Saturday, the 18th of April. So in a few days' time, for anybody that will watch this on replay, we usually have 2 open days per academic year. So if you're looking to actually visit the campus, you don't have to, you can organize a private visit if you want beforehand. But we usually have different open days on the campus each year. They are usually on a Saturday to enable everybody to attend. So the next open day on the campus will be April 18th, Saturday, April 18th. Antoine, the director of the campus, and we will all be there, very happy to welcome you along with some of our students.
Yeah, true. And I was about to say, if you cannot make it for next Saturday, please contact us and we'll welcome you to give you a tour. And very important as well is to understand your objectives. Again, we want to avoid mismatch. So we want to know who you are, what are your objectives, and if we can build a partnership together. That's very important. Think about what I say directly at the beginning. Your success is the success of the school. And this is very important. So we take the time to understand who you are, what are the objectives, and give you the tools to reach that objective. Very important.
Great. Thank you very much. And yeah, we're getting to the end of this webinar. I think we've shared a lot of information. I just want to also add that people watch the recording, as I know these days a lot of people do. You can all participate also in all the interactive options, just to clarify. So you can still write questions. We can still send them through to the staff of ESSCA. And also you can answer poll questions. Please do. And yeah, interact and also, of course, reach out to the channels that were provided. So from that, I think there's no further questions. So then we slowly will round off the session and wrap it up. And maybe Antoine or Gavin, one of you can wrap it up.
Yes.
To the audience. Thanks.
Okay, so I'll wrap it up. I will close off by saying thank you very much for attending. Anybody interested in the Luxembourg campus, In the MIM specialization, Master in Management in the Finance specialization, anybody interested in the Luxembourg campus, please feel free to contact myself, and I will have myself and my team look into it. Also, our students will be very happy as ambassadors to answer any of your questions, and we're looking forward to seeing you maybe in September or the following September. Thank you very much for attending, and thank you. Let Antoine give the final word.
My final word will be thank you all for your attention, and looking forward to either welcoming you or speaking to you later on. Thanks.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye. I guess the speakers are